Hi there and welcome to your Tuesday Thoughts video. I'm Karen and my website is karentony.co.uk. You can find out a little bit more about me there. I'm going to do a card reading today. I usually do just an intuitive card reading just to give us a signpost for the week ahead, see what energies are around and what information wants to come through. I thought I might pick something from the Archangel Michael deck as well, so I'm wearing the electric blue for Archangel Michael, and we'll begin with tarot and just intuitively read what the cards want us to know, what they're pointing at today. It's quite a nice day here in London. I managed to go out for a very long walk earlier, trying to get a little bit of aerobic exercise in. I usually end up doing Pilates or yoga or something because it's across the road, there's a studio, but sometimes it's nice to go for a long walk and really work the muscles and take in nature and reconnect and just clear things from the mind and let things work out in your head while you're going for walks. So that's all really good. Big shout out to Aoife Mustafa, who is doing a walk for, I think is it Laura Lynn Foundation. So she's having sponsorship and she's doing 100 kilometers, I think, for that. So well done, Aoife. Last time I saw, I think you were almost home and dry. So I think there might be just a few more kilometers to go. So well done on that. Too many cards dropped out. So I'm not going to take these. I'm going to put them back in. And let's just see what the tarot would like us to know this week. Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good, productive week. We had a new moon yesterday. Oops. Two have popped out. I'm still not happy with these, so I'm just going to put them back in. Not because they're not what I want to read about, but because it just didn't feel right. And there is something when you work with spirit and when you work with energies that you work on your feeling, your intuitive knowing, and you very much have a sense of what is correct, what is true to you, what the messages are saying. And so I feel like they want me to shut up for a second. Again, right, okay. So we've got one card, so let's just be quiet and see what wants to come. Can we have one more, please? Thank you. So we've got a few more. Okay. Right, I might as well just go and see what we've got. So, see this? I'm not sure if you can see this, the light is so bright in here. Judgment. So there will be a judgment today. There will be an announcement today. There will be a final verdict on something today. It is very much a clarion call from the heavens. It is very much a divinely guided judgment, and we have to respect that judgment, whatever happens today. It is coming from the heavens, it is coming from divinity, it is divinely inspired. So there is an announcement. And you can see with the red cross here, it would point to the Red Cross being, you know, it's a charity organization, yes. But what does it do? So it helps people. It's a healing. It's the Red Cross of the, or even the White Cross or the Red Cross of the, you know, the first aid. So there is a sense that this announcement is not just an announcement about a result. It is an announcement of a healing which has been brought to the people, which has been brought to men and women and young children as well. So these people have been affected by a situation or a scenario that kept them trapped, that kept them locked away, that kept them in the dark waters, dark emotional, deeply stirring emotional waters. You know, the depths, the dark depths, where often our psyche can lie in these dark depths, and we don't acknowledge that, we don't show that, we don't share that, we keep it suppressed, we keep it submerged. And so there is a decision now to float above these waters, to come out of these, you might be like pigeonhole boxes. We've been pigeonholed, we've been stuck, we've been set into this mold, as it were. We've been molded in a certain way and seen in a certain way, and here we are shedding everything that we've been seen to be before. We are exposing ourselves completely, and we are free. We are free of all trappings, we are free of all opinions, we are free of all judgments, self-judgments as well. Because the only true judgment is divine judgment. And anyone who knows anything about spirit means, yes, there is an element of judgment, but always through love, always through healing, always via this angelic, supportive energy. And that is what we're craving. We're craving this higher judgment. We are asking for the true finger of God, the hand of God, to make the decision. And we are ushering in this decision, and we are receiving this decision, and we are celebrating this decision. So the next card we have is the Seven of Pentacles. We have had this card before a while back, so you might remember what it pointed to, but it is this element of what we have achieved, what we have built, what we have worked for. Sorry, I haven't done my nails today. That's a bit naughty, isn't it? What we've grown, what we've built, our careers, our livelihoods, our money, our finances, everything that we have spent time and work and dedication and creating, we have that there by us. And we have this opportunity for a new beginning. We have this opportunity of letting go of everything we've built, of dropping everything. So we are once again naked. We are once again free to begin again. New birth, new idea, new creative opportunity, new life path. This is about the choice we make. Do we stand and stick to what's always been? Do we hook into what's been past? Or do we take this opportunity to start afresh, to start again, to take this idea, this coin, this life choice, new life path, and do we take it? Do we trust that it will be a fertile period? We've got the little hare jumping here into the field, pointing at the new growth in the field, pointing at the fertility, at the produce. And by produce, I kind of mean, abundance. Like the field is growing, the field is bringing us food. It is ripe, it is sustaining us. And so there is this option of going for this new venture. Could point to moving to a new place as well. We have two different scenes. We have something that's well grown, that's well nurtured. In fact, it's kind of taking over. It might be smothering us in a way. It might be, our identity is almost more than we are. There's this identity that is taking over, and we, the human, are here going, yeah, but this is me. This is what you think I am, but this is me. And perhaps I want to disassociate from this and build something new. And I'm stuck here, and I'm biding my time, and I'm in the power position. This is very much a power position. So having the option is actually very powerful. Having a choice is very powerful. Giving yourself a little bit of time to decide what you're going to do is very powerful. So let's see what happens next. the Chariot. So the Chariot is the fight between light and dark. The Chariot is quickly moving. So whatever's coming, it's coming quickly now. It's being delivered. So the judgment is being delivered. The judgment between right and wrong is being delivered. And it's galloping in with great strength. The horse is a totem of strength. This incredible power. And yet it has a gentleness and it has an intuition as well. And the guy at the center here, he's having to juggle the two. He's having to pull the cords, pull the reins, rein these horses in, pull them back, because they can lose themselves. They can go a bit wild. So there's a sense of, let's just pull the reins. Let's just help drive you in the right direction. It can point to travel. It can point to moving. But whatever is happening, it's happening at speed. And it's going to deliver something great, because he is happy. This driver in the center is happy because he has, he's driving forward. Let's say he's made his choice. And he is going to speed ahead with his choice. There's a fast acting movement here. So as soon as the decision has been made, you're off again. You're off in this direction. And you incorporate both sides. We all have dark and light within us. We all have light and shadow. And it is important to incorporate them. It is important to discover your shadow self, to discover your ego, to discover your innocence, to discover your purity. And all of it combines, like the yin-yang symbol. You are both, and you fluctuate between the two. They are ingredients in your makeup, and they are great teachers. If you can connect with those elements, they will teach you an incredible amount. And it allows you to do that on firm, terra firma, I want to say, on firm soil. And you might not see, there's a lot of dust being created here, so you might not see the outcome. So you might not know exactly where you're going, but you might power ahead. And then we have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups points to a celebration. It can point to a great night out, drinking, celebrating, dancing, singing, gathering together in a group. Can be three women, three sisters. There is acknowledgement of the water element, the fish here, and the water. So it's about your emotions. It's about your emotional self. It's about celebrating emotion, letting emotion flow. Like the blue of the water. It's this calmness in the blue of their dresses, this calmness that comes when you tune into that emotional self. And you celebrate that. You celebrate your emotional self. You celebrate love in all its forms. And as with the horses being black and white, you have here kind of a frame which is in black and also a frame which is in white. So again, it's coming together. Again, it's seeing a different picture, like a picture frame. Seeing a different frame around your life. Seeing it through shadow. Seeing it through your innocence. See it through both. Celebrate it all. And you have the two trees in the background, which are your firm foundations, which are new growth, which are the two aspects of yourself. Actually, you're growing. By incorporating these aspects, you are growing, developing. You're standing tall and strong. And you are, in this fertile period, you're producing these branches and leaves and showing them to the world and rising up to the sun to be seen and to be healed. Lots of growth, lots of flowers. Real celebration card. So that's nice to know, that after the judgment, we get to choose a new path. And in choosing a new path, we go for it. And we move in this new direction. And that leads to celebration. That leads to a coming together, community. That leads to, a party. It leads to a gathering in good cheer. And what do we have then? We have the Knight of Wands. So in that essence, we have this young knight who is passionate, creative, and he is charging ahead on a horse again. Charging ahead with this wand, which is his passion, his creativity, his love. He wants to share his energy with you. He is coming in strong. Sometimes he can be the one that rushes in and rushes out. He might come in and sweep you off your feet and turn your world upside down, and you might be embroiled in a crazy, passionate relationship or encounter. And you also might have this idea, you might feel this youthful exuberance because of the freedom that you've got, and the celebration and the good cheer and the happiness, the good vibes that are coming through for you. And you feel, right, now I can charge ahead with this idea. I can charge ahead with this creative project. I have this thing that I want to do. Look at my creative idea. Look how passionate I am about it. It's also celebratory. He is holding this in the air like a celebration, like an achievement, like an award. And there's lots of stars on his cloak. So there's a lot of red for the earth energy, for the base chakra, for the grounding, for the passion, the foundation. And then there's the orange and yellows, which is moving up to your solar plexus. So feel your sacral up to the solar plexus. And then you've got lots of stars in his cloak. And he's quite well to do. He's dressed very well. He's got fur around the cuffs of his suit. He's got his armor. So he's protecting himself. And he's starting again. He's starting from the base chakra. He's starting to work his way up again. So you go through all the different stages. And he's doing it with the horse, the powerful. Now, a horse in shaman terms can help you journey, can help you travel. So often if you're in sort of a shamanic journeying, a horse may come in and you may ride this horse on this journey, on this dreamscape, on this meditation, or this visualization. Often the horse will accompany you because he can take you into the different realms. He can take you to the higher realms and to the lower realms and bring you back again. So in a sense, he is traveling to the higher realms and the lower realms, and he's collecting all the data, and he's bringing it forward in this passionate idea, this creative idea. And he is full of love and passion. He's full of energy. He needs to be seen. And then our final card on this deck is the Four of Pentacles. So here you can see this fellow, and he's sitting on a box with the Three of Pentacles, and he's holding on to the fourth. So there is an element of fear or doubt, you might say, because although he has a box full of coins represented here, he's still holding on to a coin. So he's a little bit unsure of his financial success. He's a little bit holding back his money. He wants to hold on to this coin. Perhaps it is this one. Sorry, which way? This way. Perhaps it's this coin he's holding on to. He has the others, but he doesn't want to let go of this new opportunity. He doesn't want to let go of this new idea. He doesn't want to let go of the possibility of doing this new thing. Pentacles can be work or money. So it is this new thing that he wants to hang on to. But in a sense, it can be a bit like hoarding, it can be a bit like attachment. It can be a bit restrictive because you're not opening up. You feel you have to hold back rather than invest. And it's a feeling like money is slipping away, that you are, you can't spend. That you're fearful of spending. That you're fearful of losing the money. But this is saying, don't be fearful. You have a box full of coins here. You will always be provided for, maintaining that you approach life in the best manner, with authenticity and integrity, and in a sense you will be rewarded. So his desperation to hold on to every penny is actually keeping him in a desperate energy. So it's about flipping the energy. It's about recognizing if he were to feel okay with the money he has, rather than cling on to it, rather than think it's a waste of money or think he has lost money. He hasn't, because he gained something. He gained stability. It could be point to a love of money. That someone is trying to take the money. Someone is trying to hold the money. Someone is trying to keep the money to themselves. Keep the idea to themselves. But we have to remember there's a treasure chest here full of money. So not to worry about that. Shall we just take one more? Let's just shuffle and see if we can get one more card for the tarot, please. Just to close that off, and then we might do an Archangel Michael card. So let's just see, is there one card that wants to come through with a message just to finish? That's far too many. Well, they came out before, so obviously they want to be seen. So the Seven of Cups is classic water sign card, and as you can see, there's different elements here. So there's too many options, there's too many things, too many ideas, and it points to illusions and how we can get stuck in our mind. We can be thinking of sort of a fantasy of my life could be like this and my life could be like that, and they're all up in the sky. So it's these clouds in the sky with all our ideas. And there's a sense that we actually need to come back to the ground. We need to tap into our emotions, by all means, tap into the things that make us emotional, the things that we want in life. But to connect to the ground, to ground this. We've got the eagle, we've got the crown, we've got the diamond, we've got the dragon, we've got the snake, we've got the castle, we've got the cloaked being. And so he's just sitting there mulling things over. He's just thinking things. He's just lost in his ideas and his mind, his imagination. And so there needs to be a certain level of structure that comes to this. We can be multiple things. But if we're just sitting around thinking about it and not doing, then it gets diluted. It gets washed away in the waters. It doesn't become anything. There's no solid ground. And perhaps this is the fear, that this idea, that this coin, that whatever we invest in, we're actually thinking of investing in one of these things. But there is we're holding on because we're not sure it's going to deliver what we want. We're not sure. And so we think of another one, and then we think of the other element, and then we bring in something else. So there's all these sort of things that are just thoughts, which we can tie up a lot of time just with thinking and just with our thoughts. So there's a necessity to then bring this and ground this. Use the water to grow the ideas. Get emotional, maybe about one at a time. because here we have, this is one of the cards that wanted to jump out, the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands points to two wands which are set, so the idea and the creation of it. And here we're bringing it out into the world. And we're still holding on to this because it means a lot to us. We have this achievement. It's taking us through steps. It's creative. It's fiery. It's passionate. This is where our desire is. This is where we're going. And we've achieved a lot. We've done the work on it. So it's brought us to here. And ahead of us we have got pyramids. There could be a connection to Sirius here. We have sailboats in the distance. So again, movement. Again, moving forward through different stages in your life. We've got 3 sailboats, 3 pyramids, 3 wands, 3, 3, 3. 3 is the magic number. Learn about your numbers. 3, 6, 9, very magical. And 3, 6, 9 elements in this card. So very abundant, very much manifesting, very much transitional, very much moving, direction, distance. So we see ahead of us where we're going. There's still some distance. It can be distance in a relationship as well. But we see it ahead. And we are on our way. And we have method of getting there. So these little sailboats, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see it better there. Little sailboats are going to carry us forward. And when you think about it, you're sailing on the water and the wind carries you forward. You've got the elements of, you know, the land that you leave and you get into the water and the wind blows you forward and you're carrying your wands. So it's all these elements, fire, water, earth, air. So it's all about that alchemy, which brings the results. And of course, with alchemy, you have, where can you see that? There, it's a bit better there. The High Priestess. So she is the conjurer. She is the magic woman. She is the woman who is intuitive, who is clairvoyant, who is tapped into the other realms. She has her feet on the ground. She's quite clothed in this, but she works with the moon cycles. So here we have, you can see that. You've got like little moons on each pillar. And again, you've got the black and the white. So she's incorporating both sides. She's bringing together the dark and the light, the ego and the self, the I and the me, light and shadow. And that's really important, to integrate everything together. And then you will tap in to the higher consciousness. She's here and she's dressed in white, so she's completely leaving behind her earthly nature. She's sitting above it. She's sitting on this plinth, on this bench. She's connected to the ground. She knows how to ground. But essentially, she is moved higher to the higher realms. Her backdrop is covered in what you might call fruits. She's holding flowers in her hand. She's wearing a flower garland across her head. So she's embracing the divine feminine as well. She's sitting very ladylike. She's off to the side. She's poised. She's not asking for any great show. She's not asking for great attention. She's expressing herself in a very subdued, mild. She's slight head covering as well. So she's not looking out, she's looking in. She's her eyes closed. Or in meditation, sometimes you have your eyes almost closed, so you're just looking through a little gap down via the tip of your nose. So it's that introspection. That's inner connection to her light. trying to find. I could be here forever doing that. So that is the development. You've come full circle. You've had your judgment. You've made your decision. You're moving forward in celebration. You're passionate with your ideas. You're concerned about this investment, concerned about letting go of money, about money not being as available as it was. But you have this trajectory that you're on. You have this creative endeavor that you're moving towards. And you're moving towards completion. So don't get lost in your mind. Don't ruminate on things over and over in your head, because you can also create worries and stresses and things that are not true in your head. So this is about bringing it back. So if you're going to sit in introspection, sit and to connect with the higher realms, sit and understand and develop your understanding of your light and dark side. That's how you reach purity. That's how you reach divinity, is you work with these elements of who you are. You're a human being who has all of these elements. But then you can learn about these elements and then move higher. Move higher to the higher realms, which is the white. Dress yourself in white. Move higher to the light. I am going to just... oh, the Michael cards seem to be a bit open there. I am going to just pick a Michael card, and then maybe a Mother Mary if we've got time. This is running into half an hour now already. I do enjoy these, I have to say. I do enjoy sitting and creating these stories out of these cards. And you know, people have ideas about tarot, but it's not scary. It doesn't have to be. It's actually just using, and you can use anything. You could use tea leaves. You can use the empty coffee cup with coffee granules. You can use a painting. I often will sit with somebody. Ooh, rumble of thunder. You see, it changes so much. We had blue sky, then rain, then blue sky, and now we're having a thunderstorm. Madness. And then it'll clear and it'll be a lovely evening. I believe after the Jubilee, it's supposed to get really good for a couple of weeks. Apologies if you can hear noise. Someone on this side of me now, and they're doing some improvements at the back of a restaurant. So they're busy drilling and hammering and sewing and stuff like that, because life goes on. I'm sitting here doing a reading, and everyone else is just doing what they gotta do, isn't it? You know, everybody's got something that they have to do in the day. Some project they're working on, some work that they're helping others with, you know, and that's what it's about. It's about giving your time in whatever way to help, and your skills, and you know, somebody needs that guy to do that job. Okay, so that's interesting. I might just pick one more because I would like... Can we have more clarification on that, Michael? I did have a sudden headache earlier, and I thought, oh, is that because I'm on the dandelion coffee again? Dandelion coffee is great. Loving that at the minute, and I wondered if it was because of the dandelion coffee, but I can see that now it's because of the thunder. I get headaches around heavy rain showers. Okay, so we've got a couple more. Thank you. So I won't look at these yet. Let's look at this one. Hopefully you can see it because these cards are a bit more vibrant. So it says, keep your eyes on your targeted intention. And here you can see someone who is pulling the bow and arrow back. There's a great deal of light in this card, and it's angelic. But there is an intention. There is a vision ahead of where we want to be. Maybe I should just take this light down a touch, because it's very hard to see. Does that help? Don't know if it does help. Let's just change it. Let's do this. I've got this great light which you can change the color dynamic and change. Should we try that one? Don't know if that's any better. So we've got this intention. We're moving forward in this direction. We've created and done so much. We've got this one wand that we're charging ahead with. Okay, let's see where it sees it best. It's just too bright there. goodness, oh, what was that dust? And again here, moving with the chariot, the two horses moving ahead. It's funny, you can only really see the dark one, but there is a dark and a white one there, if you can see. So keep your eyes on your targeted intention. So feel the angelic, and it's like the first one. It's like this angel coming in. So you've got the angel coming in. This isn't really working, so I apologize. I'm going to have to get better lighting. I think it's because it's changed outside as well. It's got very dark. You've got this angel coming in. Look at that completely. There we go. There, why didn't I do that the whole time? My goodness me. So you've got the angel coming in announcing. And here you've got the angel with the bow and arrow. And he's taking a shot and he's lining up and he can see ahead what he wants. He can see the future idea. And he's inspired to keep focused. So there's an intense focus here. And when you have that project, when you have that one idea, staying focused on it, keeping it there, taking steps, baby steps. You don't have to achieve it all straight away. You can do bit by bit by bit. It says, they agree. It says, thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision. So that's like the high priestess. You go in. You go in. It's not so much, oh, all these ideas. You have to ground your ideas and do your introspection. Thank you for helping me focus on my inner vision and my intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action towards realizing my dreams. And that's it. It is about taking action. It is about this guy coming straight in with his wand. He is action. If ever there was action, he's coming in with action. And through that, there is that development, there is that creativity, and then there is a slight distance between you and the end result. But you have the little sailboats here, which are going to carry you forward. But like the chariot, it's about moving. It is about action. It is about speed. Okay, there's a lot happening. I should have done that with the cards from the start. Note to self. Positive thoughts create positive results, and this is completely true as well. We all know this. Positivity is very important, and people think, oh, it's such a waste of time, and you can't be positive about everything. Well, actually you can spin everything so it feels better. It's the understanding that you're not disregarding what's happening, you're not ignoring what's happening, you're not seeing the truth of it. But what you are doing by moving into a positive state is changing the state in your physical body. And in doing so, you're helping your physical body a great deal. When we feel stress in any sense, from whatever reasoning, we feel it in our body, but also our body releases chemicals. So it's important, and these chemicals can cause inflammation and disease and all kinds of things. So it's important not to let ourselves get too down in the dumps. Important not to let ourselves see the dark side of everything. Everything's got two sides. We've been shown here several times. We've got two sides. We've got the light and the dark. We've got two sides in the frames here. We've got the light and the dark. And you can celebrate both. Both inform you. You've got the two here, the light and the dark pillars. So any introspection you must tie a rope between the two. And between the two you have a fertile ground to grow new fruit. So you must understand that having both doesn't mean you're ignoring one. It means you're transforming one. You're allowing this thing which is causing difficulty by imbuing it in positive light. By seeing the truth of it, by seeing the teaching, you change it. And you change it into something that you can use and you can work with. And so this is very colourful as well. It's very bright and colourful and dynamic. So there's an essence of when you are positive and can change things into a positive mindset, a positive viewpoint, positive perspective on something, It allows your best colourful self to shine. It connects to the higher, and it delivers that higher aspect, that higher viewpoint to this issue. And so it says, divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and emotions are eternally and continually connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person and situation. And that's it. It's seeing that there is love and light in all situations. We just got to look for it. We got to be inspired by it. And we've got to look at it from that higher aspect. And the final one is your children are being watched over by angels. So this can point to your children who are not born yet. I do love a good thunderstorm. And it's raining quite heavy. It can point to children who are in spirit. And in a sense, we're all children of the divine. We're all children of the universe. We're all children of the stars. And so Michael is with us. Michael is here today. This electric blue, the electricity that's in the air, the lightning, the power of that electricity, that fire, that passion is going to come charging in and cut through your life. And to know that your inner child, when you do the work, you have this inner child who has been through difficulties in life. And often trauma occurs when you're a child. Not everybody gets everything right. And so we come away with issues, traumas. And we carry them through our lives. And it's important to reconnect to that inner child. Reconnect to that being, that poor little being who needed so much love and care and nurturing, but only got it to the extent that its parents, guardians, community, schooling, teachers could give. And perhaps they all fell short. But this child is still here. And you often have to connect with that child. When you do the work, when you do the introspection, when you connect the two pillars, when you deal with your light and your darkness, when you deal with your healing and your trauma, you may have to go back to your innocent state. You may have to go back to that inner child, that little girl or boy who had a teddy bear. And look how Archangel Michael is concerned, is holding that child, is supporting that child, is there for that child. So encourage your children to call on Archangel Michael. If you are concerned of children who have passed, call on Archangel Michael, because he is looking after them. If you are welcoming in new children, call on Archangel Michael, because he is a great protector. It says, Dear guardian angels of my children, born and unborn, and I would include my inner child, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best ways to be a good parent and role model for my own and other people's children. And so this can be the case that while you're going through your stuff and while you're dealing with what you need to deal with, there may be children involved in this scenario. And often they may be overlooked or overseen. They may be accommodating to the situation, they may be adjusting to it very well, but they still need support. And sometimes you can't give them that support, but the angelic realm can. The angelic realm is ready and waiting. And if you feel as a young person or a child or someone who is connecting to their inner child, that you want support and that you need extra support, or you work with children and you want to support them and offer them extra support, and you perhaps don't know how to support them, call on Michael. He's a great protector. He brings courage and bravery. He comes in electric blue, and he can cut away anything that is destructive. He is the protector with his sword. And so if you are going through things, and if you are changing your life, and if you are moving forward in a new direction, be aware of the younger generation. Be aware of how things affect them. Yes, you have to deal with your stuff. You don't have to fix everything, but you can ask for angelic help. And Archangel Michael is one of the best angelic energies that you can call in, that you can invoke. He's very safe, and he is ready to help. So I think I'm going to leave that with you because it's going on very long. I could talk here for hours and hours. That's how much fun I'm having. But I am going to leave that with you because we're going on 47 minutes now. So hope it made some sense. Sorry if I'm rambling, but hopefully that will reach somebody out there who wanted some guidance on what's happening and can take this as just an offering from me and from the cards to help you in whatever stage you are on as you move through the stuff that you're moving through. So thank you very much for being here. Sorry if it's a bit all over the place today, but I do appreciate your likes, comments, subscribing to the channel, sharing if you want to share, feel free. It is just about me presenting my offering, and hopefully some of it will resonate and make sense to you, and light bulb moments can go off. So this is from me to you. Lots of love, many blessings, have a good week, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you.